So we have the opportunity for opening or closure, no matter what's going on. So we can be open to life or closed to life. We can be open to love or closed to love. We're speaking downstairs about, the disabilities. And so we can be open and meet whatever arises with that, or we can have closure. We can actually close ourselves, close our heart. But the possibility is in remaining open that you get to experience life fully here as you are. And then there's compassion that arises here, love that arises here, meeting another that arises here. Even if what we experience is painful. And the closure is usually because we don't want to experience what they're experiencing or what that circumstance is triggering in us. And so then there's closure, there's protection, there's shutdown, there's avoidance, there's distraction. But the invitation really is to be open here, right here, to this moment. To allow whatever's here. So there's the form and the senses of the form. So even though we know that who we are is not the body, there is a body here. And the body has sensation, form, senses. And so we can be open to what we hear, what we see, what we smell, what we taste, what we feel, what we experience. And in being willing to be open here, we experience something deeper, quieter. We get to be open to the mystery of life. No matter how life is showing up, when we're speaking about the disabilities and the difficulty that people have when maybe their mind is so alert and their body isn't matching that. We get to be here with it all, with somebody else's discomfort and with our own. We get to experience the mystery of life that arises through different forms. A form of able-bodied or disabled-bodied, but still life, the mystery of life and love showing up in forms, just different forms. So we have this opportunity, as I said, to stay open or to close no matter what's occurring. So right now, as we're sitting here together, just notice in your own body. So just starting with the physical body. Is there anywhere that you notice where there's closure? So where there's holding, where there's tightness, where there's guardedness, where there's protection, where there's keep out, anything. And it can be for any number of reasons. But you just notice. Maybe through your life you've been told that certain things are not allowed. Certain things are not acceptable depending on whether you're male or female, and so maybe there's certain closure in the body. And so you notice that. And the opportunity really is to notice it, to soften, to open, and discover what's being protected or guarded by that. And so there may be a fear or a vulnerability or a shame, and for other people maybe the holding or the guarding is protecting, keeping anger in. So it could be anything. It's whatever you notice. And you just soften and you notice. So there's the physical body, then there's also the physical part of the emotional body, where we often experience fear in the belly, closure in the heart. They call it hard-heartedness. People that are hard-hearted, because this protection, really, it's not that there's anything wrong with them. It's that life has caused some closure and they haven't known that there is the possibility of softening and opening. And so it creates this hard-heartedness. And so notice in our own physical body where the emotional response is it open or is it closed? And if it's open, there's the opportunity just to notice what moves here emotionally. And if it's closed, there's an opportunity to just softly open and experience what hasn't been allowed. And what brought this on was the sensation in my own heart from the conversation we had downstairs, this heart-breaking compassion. And it's experienced as a physical sensation. But rather than closing off, denying, ignoring, the willingness to be heartbroken, to experience the difficulty that another has in this life. And maybe it is a physical difficulty, as we spoke about downstairs. Maybe it is an emotional difficulty, as I've just shared with this, with an incident with a neighbour. But it allows us the opportunity to be open. It allows us the opportunity to meet whatever's here. It allows us the opportunity to be still, to be available to the moment. To be vulnerable. To be true. rather than reactive, rather than anti, rather than against, or moving away in, ignoring or denial. We have the opportunity to actually fully be here with life as it is and feel it all. And when we do, something happens. We discover this that's untouched by the form, by the circumstance, by the life, by the emotions. This. The silence, the love, the mystery that runs through it all. So it's quite different, isn't it, when we meet another with whatever life challenge they're having, whether it's physical or emotional or even mental challenge. We actually were speaking about that downstairs as well. That our offering in being true here is an offering to life. To allow whatever's occurring, whatever's showing up, this offering of being ourself here as we are, allows or enables another to do the same. To just be here. Maybe someone's never been seen before, never been met before, never been heard before. Maybe they've only ever experienced opposition or anti or judgment or avoidance or denial. Our willingness to be true here where we are allows this for another. Now we're not doing it to another, doing it for another. We're actually not doing anything. It's the undoing of all the doing that's been done. By softening everything, softening fully into this life, fully into the moment, fully here. This is what does the doing. And then this consciousness or this grace meets consciousness, grace in another.